Okay, so in this video we are going to learn about data types in Python. Okay, so now I launch my Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this is my Visual Studio Code, and before I continue, let me show you how to change the theme or the appearance of the interface. This is light theme, so in case you want dark theme, you can go to bottom left side here. You see this. Okay, you see this sign manage. You click on it, then you go to themes. Okay, then you select color theme. You click that. Okay, so here mine is light. If I want dark, I can come to this side, then I select dark. Okay, it says dark plus or default dark, then I click, and this is the dark theme. If I want the light theme, I will go back to that place and then change it. Okay, so now let me maintain this dark theme. And in my previous video we discussed about how to create your first program or how to write your first program. Okay, and this was the program that we created, my first Python program here. Okay, so I created a folder on my desktop called Python to keep all my Python files. Okay, so now let me go to my folder. Okay, you can go to file, then you go to open folder, then you click Python or you select Python. That is the folder to keep my Python files, then select folder. Okay, so this is the first program that we created to display the word hello world. Okay, or this is the first program that we wrote to display the words hello world. And to run, you just go to run here, run Python file, and then it will appear at the bottom here, hello world. Okay, the terminal, you can kill it and you can click here at the top here. You see terminal, you can click, then you select new terminal and it will appear again like this. Okay, but always after writing your code, you have to use the run button here at the top right to run. Okay, so let me close this program. Now we are going to learn about data types in Python. So I create my new file and then rename it or call it data types, data underscore types dot py. Always don't forget to add .py to the file name. Okay, so data types.py, then I press enter. Okay, so in Python we have about 4 data types. So the first one we have integer, we have integer. Okay, and integer example is okay, so example of an integer is okay, so examples are 0, 1, -5, -10, and then 8. So integer, and as in mathematics, integers are positive and negative whole numbers. So 0, 1, negative 5, 10, 8, they are all integers. Okay, so in Python we have the first data type is integer. Okay, and then the second data type is float. Okay, and the float or examples are like 5.005. When they are the values that contain decimal. Okay, that contain decimal points. Okay, so 5.05 is a float, 50.106 is a float, 1.1 is also a float. Okay, 500.100 is a float. Okay, so the floats always contain decimal points or decimal places. Okay, and the third data type is string. And the string is examples are Paul, Peter. Okay, cat, pen, and the rest. So string are normally text. Okay, and in Python every string must be in a quote. Okay, it must be in quotes, either double quotes or single quotes. Me, I like using double quotes. So in Python every string must be in quotes. Okay, and the last data type is boolean. Okay, boolean, which is normally uh, true or false. Okay, but in our course we will talk about the first three data types: the integer, the float, and then string. So let me remove this boolean. Okay, so now we have these data types. Integer, the first one is integer, and then the second one is float, and the third data type is string. Integer means a positive or negative whole number. Okay, so it can be 0, 1, negative 5, negative 10, 8, and then float is any value, or let's say if it is an amount that contains a decimal point. Okay, or decimal places. For example, 50.05, 50.106, 1.1, they are all floats. Okay, and then strings are normally the text, and every string must be every string must be in quotes. It can be double quotes or single quotes. Okay, so these are the data types that we will be using most in our course. Okay, so now let me comment also that it won't appear or it won't be part of the codes that I'm going to show you. Okay, so multi-line comment is like this. Okay. So now we have seen three data types in Python. The first one is an integer, second one is float, and then third one is string. Okay. So in Python, if you want to write an integer, you can say int. Okay. Int, it means integer. Okay. And float is written in full like this. Float. Okay. And then string is written as str like this. It means string. So when you are coding or when you are writing your codes, if you want to say that a value or a number is an integer, you have to write it as int. If you want to show that a value or an amount is a float, you have to write it as float like this. Okay. And then if it is string, you have to write it as str. Okay. All right. So these are the data types in Python that we will be using throughout our course. Okay. So in my next video, we will be looking at variable assignment, and you will understand the data types more. Share this video with others, and also like, comment, and follow us for more videos. You can also visit our website for our complete online IT training courses. Have a wonderful day.